Talk about Little Jamaica, all right? Recently, the LRC or the LRT, I mean, speaking of the TTC, has been finished. Now we have the rapid transit that's going all the way down Eglinton. It's going all the way from Kennedy all the way to the West End. All right, and for about 15 years they have been building this thing, and they've put Little Jamaica on pause, for lack of better terms, because of all the construction and everything that's been going on over there. Now it has left a ripple effect as far as the businesses out there. A lot of businesses couldn't survive that, as well as the COVID thing that happened, right? But now I'm watching a video, or I watched a video yesterday that with a gentleman who's talking about the aftermath of everything now that the LRT is in place, and maybe some of the ways that some of these businesses haven't been able to get back up to snuff. All right, so let's go through it.
An update today on the
courtesy of CP24.
State of Little Jamaica. This is after the area was disrupted for years during construction of the Eglinton Crosstown LRT. And joining us for more on this is Jason McDonald, chair of the Little Jamaica BIA. Jason, good evening. Let's start with this, the Eglinton LRT. It's up and running. What's life like now?
Well, as a business owner, there's still a lot of struggles that the businesses face within the corridor. The residents are complaining because, when you go through Little Jamaica, there's all type of issues. It's been a cultural heritage district that over the last 16 years has been neglected. Leadership has really affected the area. And right now, with this LRT, everything is underground. So there's not as much foot traffic as there used to be. Mind you, Little Jamaica has been in a state of emergency for, let's say, the last 10 years. I declared that a few years back on
the man says state of emergency. Damn.
Different platforms. It's really a struggle. When you think about the crisis that's facing the area, businesses have been closing on a rapid pace, and the foot traffic has heavily decreased.
What was life like in Little Jamaica before all of this, before the construction?
Well, Little Jamaica used to be a vibrant community.
Yo, whose phone is that, fam? That's not me. That's not me. I think that's on the set. I think homie's phone is on, bro.
You remember there used to be a lot of music playing.
Turn your ring off.
There used to be a lot of food, barbecue, all type of cultural heritage, community atmosphere. What's going on right now, it's a shadow.
Yo, bro, turn off your phone, my guy. Turn the ringer off. You're on the fucking news, my nigga. I know this has nothing to do with the story, okay? I want to stay focused, but fam, you can't be on Big People TV on CP24 news show. They did that live, okay? It's a live news show, and you ain't turn off the phone, fam. Just press the button on the side, bro. All right, you might have the older model of the iPhone. Just click down the thing. I can hear it's an iPhone, fam. Just click down the thing. Just turn it off, fam. You got a fucking suit on, my guy. Holy shit. Anyhow, look at this. Look at all of these businesses over here, all boarded down, boarded up, man. That's crazy.
Of what it used to be. It's not the same Little Jamaica. And when you go across the ward, it's not only Little Jamaica alone. It's throughout the entire Ward 8.
Were you told this was going to change once the construction was done? Did you hope that this was going to change?
Hold on, we got to rewind. My bad. I thought it was my phone for a second. Like, the nigga. Like, our man seeing you on CP24, like, yo, lie. Yo, Wilbert, that's you, fam. Yo, lie. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm on the show. Don't call me if you see me actually on the show. Wait till I leave and then call me. Don't text me like, yo, fam, I'm seeing you on CP24 right now, brethren. Like, okay, wait till I leave, nigga. Chill. Let me do my thing. Let me cook.
This is a crisis that we've had to endure from 2010. They did say it was going to finish 2015. As you know, 2015 came, it wasn't finished. 2018 came, it wasn't finished. 2020, we had COVID. So right now, as I declared, Little Jamaica is in a state of emergency. The businesses on Little Jamaica have been closing down. As you know, over 300 plus small businesses have closed within the last 16 years.
300
and
plus is
more have
crazy.
closed since the opening in February.
So what is the plan now? What is the hope moving forward? What can be done?
Well, we'd like to revitalize our community. We'd like to bring back in small businesses that represent the community. Mind you, it's a struggle. A lot of challenges we face with the neglect and the constant rise in the economy. Rent is very unaffordable right now, as everyone has made aware. And, it's just a struggle. It's a struggle. And hopefully we can.
Let me stop for a quick second. Just to touch on the rent part. I'm sure just besides gentrification and everything that's happening in that area, just inflation alone, right? We're talking about a 15-year process. The price of renting a business over there is probably changed exponentially, whether they were building an LRT through there or not. 15 years ago, money is not the same as 2026 money right now.
Get some help from the government, from different levels. However, right now it's a struggle within Little Jamaica.
And for people watching, what can they do to help, infuse a lifeline into Little Jamaica, bring some more of that vibrancy back, restaurants to visit? What can be done? What's the vision?
Support.
Well, right now, when we think back at all of the transpiring, we would definitely want, local support. We have many within the community that reach out to me. I'm easily available. The voice of Ward 8, 416-931-6018, and I'm located at 1572 Eglinton Avenue West. However, we're trying. It's a trying community, and we're looking for help.
Well, we will be here for that conversation as it continues.
Yeah, so basically, there you have it, right? The community has not completely bounced back from the 15-year hiatus of getting regular foot traffic coming through the neighborhood, being able to get regular people to come back through there and do their shopping, get their food and stuff, because you can't even park your car anywhere on Eglinton for the longest time. Like, they literally just nosedived multiple businesses out there. Whoever was able to survive is pretty much holding on by a string even right now, because the bounce back doesn't happen immediately. It's going to take probably a few years for that area to get back to where it's supposed to be. So I asked in the poll over here, was the LRT a way to kill Little Jamaica? 91%, 83% of y'all are saying yes, right? Basically almost 90%. I don't want to be Mr. Conspiracy Theory man and be like, oh, everything is to try to destroy Black culture, blah, 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 blah. But like, if we don't see you and I'm thinking as far as like the city planners and the government and all that, if you ain't bringing in the bulk of the money into our communities and stuff like that, over a space of years, we could maybe change it into another community. It doesn't have to stay Little Jamaica. Like, this is just maybe some of the speculation of the conversation that they might be having in these boardrooms. Like, we can see by 2030, it could be Little Korea. We could build another Little Italy. We can build somewhere where those businesses are making more money, and there we go, and then it'll be safer, all those different things that might be kind of conversations behind the scenes, like less blacks in the area. Like, maybe think about it. chew on the concept for a moment. Come back to me. Right? And then next thing you know, we have a 15-year process of building this LRT. And don't get it twisted. That is not completely part of the conspiracy because they're just incompetent anyway. So something that should have taken 5 years or whatever it's supposed to take took way longer. We went through a couple of mayors through the whole process. Like, I eat that thing. You know what I'm saying? But it does help. You know what I mean? Even if it took 5 years, you're going to nosedive a bunch of businesses. Either way. So in hindsight now, that might have been a way to just say, you know what? Once we're finished this LRT, they're never going to be able to recover. It might take a couple of years for them to realize we're not going to be able to keep the roof over our head with this amount of money coming in. The customers that are starting to come into the area due to the gentrification are a little bit different. You know, not everybody's into, oh, cool, Jamaican food, right? Not everybody's living out there that used to get their hair done and all those different businesses. And I'm not trying to downgrade or downplay any of the types of businesses that are out there, but there's a lot of, you know, hair shops and salons and restaurants and stuff like that. And that's cool. But they're not the big breadwinners out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not the high-end salon. So, you know, you might be able to get rid of all of that shit and have a whole bunch of other businesses out there, and more money is being made for the city in the long run, right? This is not my thoughts about it. This is just the way I'm thinking that they might be thinking about it. So, yeah, Mario Tita said blame Amazon. That don't help neither. There's a lot of shit that you don't really need to go to a brick and mortar store for anymore neither. So in totality, it's not even just Eglinton West, and I'm going to get off of this topic, but it's not just Eglinton West that's going through it, right? When I'm downtown on Yonge Street, I see so many different businesses change over a space of 6 months. It's ridiculous. Every 6 months, somebody opens a new business. They try to get like a bubble tea shop going, some kind of friggin' dispensary or something. And then within 6 months, maybe 8 months, that shit is gone. Now there's boards on the freaking doors and stuff like that. And within 2 months from that, they're like, opening soon, new coffee shop. And it's like, fam, are you sure you want to do that? I ain't trying to be a hater, but like, okay, cool. You can get a cool coffee experience over here. And I could also get one at Tim Hortons for super cheap. Or at the other coffee shop that's like 2 blocks down the street. Oh, I got a cool dispensary. Is that your life dream to have a dispensary, fam? Robbery. Thank you, Looney416, right? Oh, shit, my shit got robbed. You know what I'm saying? You know, oh, I've always wanted to have a dispensary my whole life. Did you? Or did you think that you were just going to make some money off of it? Because now, 6 months later, you've been in competition with the other 4 dispensaries that are right on the same block, and now you can't keep the roof over your head. You have to close the shit down. So, you know, like, I'm not trying to say don't start a business, but when you got freaking all of these online businesses, online creators and stuff like that kicking up, if you're an entrepreneur, opening some kind of physical business might not be the right move in 2026. Even if you're a fashion guy, right? You might have always had a dream to have a store on Yonge Street where people can go walk in and buy other clothes as well as your own fashion line, right? Run that shit online, fam. Right? Set up some pop-up shops every once in a while to make the experience more rare. But trying to depend on the Fat Farm store that used to be on St. Catherine Street to stay in style forever. I know it's your dream, my nigga, but like, put that shit online, bro. All right, set up a freaking Shopify or something, my nigga, because one day that shit's gonna go. I'm talking from not experience, but from seeing. Y'all remember the Fat Farm store in Montreal? For the people who are in Montreal, who have been to Montreal, back in the days, they used to have a whole Fat Farm store on St. Catherine Street. I was like, holy shit. Niggas got a whole Fat Farm store. Sick. And when's the last time you seen anybody wear Fat Farm that don't smoke fentanyl? Like real shit. So that wasn't the right move. It might have been cool back in the time when you opened it until the shit started going out of style. You got a whole store dedicated to it, paying rent to about that shit. And now you got to close it down or change the business name to something else. Go pay for money to get the sign changed and all types of shit because the thing that your dream store, the style changed. Put that shit online, bro. Go type up, edit, change the name of the store. Okay, we this now. All right. Same with the restaurant guys. I know, yeah, I'm a cook. Oh, I better best. People always told me I'm a great cook. I'm gonna open my own restaurant. Man, fucking sell plates online. Go pull up and deliver that shit online from your online store. Okay, because you don't want your dream to turn into a nightmare because you're just trying to keep the lights on, keep the doors open. And now you start cutting corners because it's become so hard to keep that dream alive that you're cutting corners with some of the cleaning. Now there's freaking mice and shit in your business. Like you start getting into a downhill or downward spiral from your dream becoming a nightmare. And then next thing you know, you have a shit restaurant because you were just doing whatever you can to keep the door open. Hiring shit employees because like it's cheaper to hire this person, but then they fuck you over because these are all signs of a business that's not flourishing. That's signs of a business that's failing. You know what I mean? And you're just trying to do whatever you can to hold on to keep this shit open. You don't want to be in that position for something that was your dream because you're so good at cooking. You feel me? So, and full circle back to the people in Little Jamaica, you guys might have to take all your businesses online, okay? No more jerk chicken pot on road, okay? That shit is dead by 2020, 2030, that shit is dead, B. All right? You heard it here first. But yeah, salute to everybody over there in Little Jamaica. Keep doing your thing. I want to give a big thanks also to Nice Glass. He's been gifting some memberships out here. Hold on, you deserve an air horn for that. Giving 2 sets of gifts. Okay, so 5 gifted memberships. All right, air horn, and another 1 gifted membership. Okay, so big salute to Nice Glass 3551. All right. Friday said Little Jamaica is Fat Farm. Wow. Kind of, but kind of not. I'm just saying, certain things start going out of style. All right. When you just take 1 and 2 and put it together like that, it sounds crazy. But like low key. But yeah, I think we could end this here. Okay.
Thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.